Famous Prisoners of Saint-Lazare, Henriette Caillaux. In the spring and summer of 1914, as all of Europe stood on the precipice of war, the attention of France and its government was diverted by a sensational scandal. On March 16th, the wife of the Minister of Finance, Joseph Caillaux, walked in the editorial offices of the newspaper Le Figaro. She calmly shot and killed the paper's editor, Gaston Calmette. Calmette had recently launched fierce personal attacks on her husband's integrity in the pages of the widely read journal. The murder and subsequent scandal became part of the debates of the national elections in April that continued the bitter political struggles between the radical Republicans and the conservatives, including France's monarchists. Madame Caillaux was arrested on the scene and conveyed via her car to the prison of Saint-Lazare. The intense national and international publicity surrounding the murder and subsequent trial focused public attention on the infamous women's prison in the 10th arrondissement. Within days, prison officials were accused of affording special treatment and privileges to their celebrity prisoner. Madame Caillaux was housed in a private heated cell that she had rented. She was attended to by her maid, was allowed special visitation privileges, and even dined with her husband in the offices of the prison's director. 2 of the nuns who staffed the prison were assigned to watch over her. This special treatment greatly upset the other prisoners, and there was talk in the newspapers of the possibility of a prison mutiny and protest. This outrage was also shared by many on the outside of the prison walls. Prison authorities claimed that Madame Caillaux was being treated according to prison regulations, and that it was the responsibility of the prison doctor to determine the exact details of each prisoner's regimen. Rowdy crowds gathered on the streets outside the prison whenever Madame Caillaux left for questioning or to attend her trial. Dance halls and cabarets in Paris echoed with hastily created songs, reflecting popular opinion about the case. At the time of her arrest, Madame Caillaux had haughtily reminded the police that, "I am a lady." One of the tunes that immediately appeared was entitled "A Woman and a Lady." The police intervened to prevent its performance. The song went like this. The woman stole a piece of bread. They hustled her roughly in the prisoner's van. The lady cried, "Touch me not, I have my auto." They took the woman off to jail to a dirty little cell, but the lady entered the governor's drawing room. The woman slept on a pallet hard, but to the lady was given a satin coverlet, and its color was red. The woman fed on skilly broth, but the lady got food that was rich and red, blood red. The newspapers also reported a song performed at the Théâtre Mayol. Sung by the symbolic figure of France, Marianne, the lyrics suggest her experiences as reflecting those of the nation itself. It went, "When I was quite young, I loved a little corporal, Napoleon, but he ill-treated me. I soon finished with Louis-Philippe. Then I had a new affair, another Prince Napoleon, and I loved him well. But for him I lost my 2 children, Alsace and Lorraine. Now I am growing old. I must pay for my lovers. My future is very dark. I have nothing left but Saint-Lazare." The trial itself was a public spectacle, with every detail of the testimony and the actions of lawyers and witnesses being reported in great detail. Access to the courtroom became the hottest ticket in Paris. Incredibly, on July 28th, Madame Caillaux was acquitted of murder and released. Her lawyer, Fernand Laborie, successfully argued that the murder was not premeditated, but rather was a crime of passion for which a woman could not be held responsible. Within weeks, war would engulf France and the rest of Europe.